Good morning, good day. It's another beautiful episode of Build Our Nation on Topadis TV. Of course, today is going to be another exceptional time that we've all been waiting for. Why do I say it's an exceptional time? Because I have an exceptional personality with me. We have an exceptional guest today who's going to be doing justice to an exceptional issue. Of course, I never come here alone to do it. I have with me my humble and beautiful, I must say, my beautiful co-host who will do this together.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Topadis.
Alright. Right about now, I'll introduce our guest to you. Our guest today is Honorable, is Senator, I'll start from there. He's a senator, a former senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's a High Chief in Ibadan. If I am correct, he's the Otun or Olubadan in Ibadan. And he's a dignified personality in the society. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, High Chief Dr. Moshood Olalekan Balogun. Welcome on the program, sir.
Thank you, Megan. I keep correcting people about my name. I'm not Moshood. I'm Mohud.
Mohud.
There's a difference. Correct. Difference.
Sorry about
Difference in meaning as well.
Okay.
I'm Mohud Olalekan Balogun.
Right.
No, everybody says it, so it's not strange.
Straight.
It's not an offense, don't worry.
Okay.
I just like to see the opportunity.
Alright, sincere apologies for that, sir.
Yeah, and you're talking to the world, so I must take the opportunity
To explain and correct. That's very important. Thank you very much for that correction. Yes, sir. Okay, so today, like I said, we are going to be dwelling on an exceptional issue. Why is it exceptional? It is exceptional because it has to do with dominance. It has to do with dynasty. It has to do with royalty. And of course, you will agree with me that royalty is an exceptional issue in Nigeria. Today we'll be dwelling on the topic, we'll be dwelling on issues around the chieftaincy title, the Olubadan of Ibadan land. You would recall with me that in the news and recently, the current government of Senator Isaka Ajimobi have instituted a committee that will look into how kings are being, chosen, and he sees the issue of chieftaincy in Ibadan land as an issue that, he sees a different perspective and dimension to it, and those are the issues we are going to be looking at this morning. First of all, sir, the governor, before we go into what the governor has done and all of that, what is the proper method of installing a high chief and Olubadan?
Well, you have to go to the history of the city itself. A traditional order is a function of the history of the place, any place. Ibadan was founded by warriors who, at the end of the day, settled down to ruling them together. And the starting point is to be Magadhi of your own place. And Magadhi of each of those ruling houses. Each of those places became a ruling house. So the foundation thing is Magadhi. And then you have maybe about 300 Magadhis of money. Maybe about that many. Don't know exactly. From Magadhi you now compete, that many people compete for the Dagonship of Olubadan or Dagonship of Balogun line. There are two lines that take you through.
Oh.
The Balogun line is the Olubadan line.
Okay.
each one begins with the diagram. So that's similar until the final steps. On the Oluwadu line, you have 22 steps. On the Balogun line, you have 23 steps. Because you like Balogun before you become Oluwadu. And the Oluwadu line, so Oluwadu becomes Oluwadu Street. So 22 steps and 23 steps respectively. And so the first thing you bid for is direction. Balogun or Oluwadu. If you're in Balogun, you're in for a journey of 23 steps in the room. If you're in Oluwadu, you're in for a journey of 22 steps in the room. And it is such that unless there's a vacancy ahead of you, you cannot move. And what creates a vacancy? Then creates a vacancy. I as a Dr. I'm on the second step, 21st step of the Oluwadu line. 21st step, which may be the end of the Oluwadu line. Thereafter you become Oluwadu. 23 steps to the Balogun line. The present diagram is I2, Olakule. This Balogun. So it's a long journey.
Very long.
I became a Balogun family in 1986 or thereabout. 1986. And I got the diagnosis, fortunately for me, within a year of that. And I went on the queue and started moving one step at a time until I became Oluwadu. Like I said, the tradition of a people is a function of their history. That was founded by warriors who collaboratively sat down and said, we have a system like this. It's not that it hasn't been modified since then, it's been modified but along the original line. So that's about traditional order. Everyone has its own history, everyone has a traditional order. There's no way you can interpret a traditional order without looking at its history. Otherwise, it's the acting abstraction. It's wrong. Which is where government has to be careful. We should not be seen to as an abstraction.
Okay, what my colleague said about the government trying to come into the chieftaincy system, the plan, bringing up the plan. So, this chieftaincy system in Ibadan is very old. Is there any law that specifies that it can be reviewed?
There's no law that says that it can be reviewed. But there's no law that says it can't be reviewed. Experience of life will make you review or not review it. I said before, the traditional order is a function of the history of the place. So, life is dynamic, everything changes. So there's no reason you can't review anything in life. You can review your personal behavior.
Yes.
Yeah. You can review your relationship with people. That's important too. So you can review anything. But there's no law that says you must review it. There's no law that says you mustn't review it. Let's remember that the government exists to review the global society.
Yes, sir. So coming into the current Ibadan rulership, tussle I call it, because I call it tussle because I believe there are different perspectives to it, and as long as everybody does not agree on the same thing, then it could be a tussle. It's a disagreement. So, what's your perspective on the current move of Governor of Senator Jimobi, the Governor of Oyo State, to review chieftaincy in Oyo State, or in Ibadan, across Oyo State in general?
You can review, but you must review in the context of the history of the place. You must be seen to respect the history of the place. You must be seen to review, to respect in your review attempt the institution of the system. What caused the row recently, and you media became very interested, that the governor announced the committee the desire to review the system without consulting us with the council. Some of our very close, I am exceptionally close to him, and I was not informed. So naturally I reacted and said, what is this man talking about? Which was the realm that all of you blew up. It's not the issue of whether you have the right to review or not. That was not the issue. Since we will be the priority to be affected, we ought to have been consulted. Later the governor met us and said he was sorry, he didn't see like that, he was very sorry, and he was accused of having ulterior motives. And I sincerely believed in him. I believe that he didn't have any ulterior motives, contrary to what we thought. That was the cause of the hour. It was not the issue of whether you have a right to review or not have a right to review. It was not the issue of the content of the proposed review. It was not. But it has to be seen in the context of the history and tradition of the policy. That's all.
So, also, it was said that some of the late fallback has already called for review during their lifetime. Example, King Akinyele.
Yes.
He wrote it in one of his books when he wrote about history of Ibadan. What will you say about that?
I'm aware of what Baba Akinyele or Baba Akinyele did and what he said. And I think he was dead right. He was a highly respected man. I loved him and respected him. I still respect him even now in his grave, but he did work for that. I'm very proud of him. There isn't much more to say than what he said amounts to what I have said now. Look at the history, look at the tradition. And then if you want to review, we'll do in the context of that tradition. Let me mention quickly, the governor I'm sure meant well for Ibadan. And by the son, he probably was subjective. He wanted Ibadan to be respected as Ibadan. He wanted to see Ibadan in the elevated manner that he wants to see Ibadan. But that's great subjectivity. That great subjectivity because he rushed into it without even consulting us. And that's about all.
Okay. From your last statement, that's what I was going to ask about anyways. I listened to him, especially when he was giving a media interview some months ago, where he said that he wants to see a situation where the kings, the high chiefs, and some level of chiefs in the state are upgraded to the position of an order, and he made practical examples of other states in the country, especially within the southwest here, where the town is as little as maybe a street or something in Ibadan, and they have a king. And now the king, he wants to make this move where, interview some months ago, where he said that he wants to see a situation where the kings, the high chiefs, and some level of chiefs in the state are upgraded to the position of an order, and he made practical examples of other states in the country, especially within the southwest here, where the town is as little as maybe a street or something in Ibadan, and they have a king. And now the king, he wants to make this move where, within Ibadan is a very large city, for example. We have Olodo, we have Oje, we have all this. He wants each area to.
But it's not just a large place, but it's the capital of Africa.
Yes, largest city where.
It's like a state, actually.
Yes, absolutely. I believe that.
I'm sure that's what led the governor to the subtext which I was talking about before.
Okay.
You can't compare it to all these places. We're not comparable.
Yes.
And if we're not comparable, then our system cannot be similar. And if you have a place as small as Oje, and they have 10 of us, that may be a function of the history. It is not so in Ibadan. We were not founded like that. Warriors founded Ibadan. Decided to establish a system whereby all warriors will partake in governance. Are you with me? The history of other places you're talking about will not be like that. Mention one place that is similar. There's not. Because that is dynamic, the system is also self-reforming. It hasn't always been 23, 22 steps. It was shorter at one time. Yeah. Don't take me to that, but I don't remember the details right now. So please don't take me into it. But when you're reviewing, you have to review in the context of the history and traditions of the place.
Breakdown. And when we return, we will continue.
Alright, welcome back. The program is still rebuilding our nation, and the topic is entitled Ibadan Traditional Chieftain System, and we still have our guest there. Oh, we are your guest.
Thank you.
Now,
I am your guest, right?
No, we are your guest. Yes,
Oh.
because everyone knows still okay.
Okay. Whatever you say.
All right, so in some of other states, there have been tossed among some states about some of the states, they have their own king as well, trying to entice other states suburb with beaded crown in order to claim boundaries. How do you think that can be resolved? Because this is one of the problems that Ajimobi is trying to tackle, so that it won't happen to Oyo State.
The government should not fold their hands and watch. There's a danger in the whole area, for instance, right now. It is tight that Olu is installing an urban in a place that's also part of Oyo State. And what they have had so far there is valid. Just to use that to illustrate the point of view. I don't want to add to controversy, but I'm just using it to illustrate the fact that I understand what you're saying. And that will be happening all over. Governments of the state should get involved quickly. And at the level of government to government, government, they should resolve their problems. They should stick to the old boundaries and should have their chiefs or fathers or obas or whatever in line with the old boundaries. They shouldn't create controversies. There's no need for that. As I said, tradition will begin with a function of the history. So leave Oyo, what is Oyo to Oyo, what is the function to Osun. Forget about children to other people's areas.
All right.
Through chieftaincy.
For my colleague, come on, because he said he's so much concerned about creation of state. Now, I have one other question before we move on into the creation of state. Sir, some have their village in a different local government, and they have their family house in another local government. Where do you think their allegiance will be?
There is no contradiction. You're making sound contradictory. I am partly Ogbomoso, partly Ibadan. There's no contradiction.
But you know, after
Ali's father hailed from Ogbomoso. The father of that one was the Aremo of Ogbomoso. The mother side of Ali, the mother of Ali's father, was the princess in the womb. And invariably Ali was born in the womb and was reared in the womb, became a very powerful warrior and became Balum of the womb. We later now became Balum. Where's the contradiction? You know? One day I know Ogbomoso said they invited me, I go. He would the Olu and I are very close. I go. My brother. And of course, I'm basically fundamentally an Ibadan man. Committed to Ibadan causes and Ibadan roots and all that. Where you may have a problem is where there's a direct conflict between the two places, the place of abode and the place of origin. And that is not likely to happen unless we're creating problems for ourselves. You know. When I was alleged that Olu was installing a ban in a place where you had always had a barrier. And we went to Olu and
spoke to him, and there was no real reason to get into. We understood ourselves and we left in that directions. You know, as the history is dynamic, everything will change anyway. But let it be natural changes. Let not be imposed changes. That's why you provoke crisis.
Sir, what is your take on the creation of Ibadan State? Is it an achievable and a legitimate pursuit? Do you see it as an achievable one than a legitimate pursuit?
Very legitimate.
Okay.
Ibadan alone has 11 local governments, even under the existing structure, the old and existing structure. With the creation of this new local government system that government did recently, but now about the something local governments.
The LCDA.
The LCDA, thank you. But now about the three local governments, which is what your current estate has around in terms of the three local governments. So Ibadan deserves a local government big enough to be a local government, to be a state rather, deserves a state. What is more, Ibadan has an international airport. A lot of states don't have that advantage.
That's true.
It just means that once you make international properly speaking, you can fly from here to London, to America, to New York, and so on and so forth. And Southwest needs Ibadan as an international airport. Southwest needs it. Instead of going all the way to Lagos to catch a flight from Ekiti and so on and so forth, you just come back and catch a flight. And when our kids are coming home, it will be easier. They will be nearer home. That's it. So Ibadan deserves the potential is fantastic. The population is good. The commerce is fantastic. Everything that the state has, Ibadan has.
Okay.
But it has, in fact, sometimes more than some states. The opportunities for growth, commercial growth, economic growth, political growth, and so on and so forth. Ibadan is good as well. That's what they do in America, a lot of that.
Finally, what is the place of traditional rulers in the call for restructuring in Nigeria?
Restructuring in Nigeria. There will be fathers of the old and the new structure. They will encourage the people to obey the transformations, to respect government orders on those places. It's not a difficult one. Just adjust themselves to be the multi-state idea of the new Nigeria.
Yes, sir. Well, sir, what we mean is, now when restructuring is achieved, for example, we probably go into regional integration, where you have the Odua states coming together to form the Western region. You know, like we are having it, like some bodies are proposing. If we have all of that, now we already have organized structures within states who are traditional rulers at all levels. Now, do you think that the unification of all the states into a region will have any effect on this traditional position?
It doesn't make any difference. There were once one region, if you remember.
Absolutely. I do, sir.
And it didn't affect anything in terms of traditional relationships. If we become one Odua republic, it won't make any difference. Except the names. And if you're a citizen of more than one state, so what? Life develops, life continues.
So you can live, if one state decides...
In fact, it minimizes areas of unnecessary conflicts. Minimizes it. You know, when a man in the states belongs to several states in one, even if it's not legally, but at least in practice, they will relate peacefully and harmoniously.
Yes.
Life will be better.
It will enhance peaceful cohabitation. Okay. Well,
educate us to have patience. Educate us to have patience.
Yes, to have the patience.
You and the government should educate us to have patience.
I really hope that, or I look forward to a time when all Nigerians will begin to think like that. In case you don't know, he's a practical person, And just what you mentioned now, that what difference does it make? I am from Ondo, my brothers from Ondo, my brothers from Ogun, my brothers from Osun. We should start to see ourselves as one Nigeria, as the sons of Oduduwa, as the sons of whatever you belong to, of the Undigo. You know, let's unify ourselves and stop being divisive. Let's stop spreading hate in our regions and in Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you. What is that head to conversing on the phone? Somebody accused me of listening more to some people because of Yorubas. They're talking about business. What's that got to do with tribe? You know? Because he's not Yoruba, he's proposing to me what would not be acceptable to me. He's not looking at the content of what he's proposing. Now he wants to accuse me of listening to some other people because of Yoruba. I said, I'm a Nigerian, for God's sake. I'm not even Yoruba, I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Pan-Africanist. And of international orientation, for God's sake. And you heard me say all that too.
Yes, I did.
I don't know why people feel so parochial.
Yes.
Yeah. We should always see ourselves as Nigerians, not from different states. Alright, this is where we're going to wrap it up this morning. And the program Rebuilding Our Nation, and we've had with us will be Otumba Senator Likon Balogun. And I'm to meet up with Abisa, my colleague there.
Uluvinga George. Thanks.
If you really watch this, make sure you don't leave without pressing the click like and also leave your comment as well. Bye for now.